So Raffles Medical, why it caught my attention? So again, the demand is actually quite stable. You won't have suddenly the price increase, then cause the demand to drop. Okay, so unlikely. If we are not feeling well, we need to see a doctor, we have to see a doctor. Okay, the other thing is quite interesting here is this, their profit actually increased, but yet their stock price came down. So I decided to investigate a little bit more what is happening. And of course, there's a recovery of medical tourism. So as we all know, Raffles Medical, they actually depend a lot on foreign patients. So you can see, if you ever go there, they have a lot of Vietnamese patients, a lot of Cambodian patients, a lot of Indonesian patients. All this was stuck for a while during COVID. They can't really come in. And now they're all coming back. Okay. And the part that really to my interest is the China story. I will talk about it quite a little bit more very soon. Same thing, corporate profile. So what do? They actually have two main things. One is clinics. And this one, to my surprise, now they have clinics in 14 different cities already. So Raffles Medical Clinics. And they are also into hospitals. I'm quite sure the one at Beachwood, you all probably have seen it before. And they have started 3 hospitals in China. Okay. Raffles Hospital, Shanghai, Beijing, and Chongqing. 3 hospitals in China, and they're open during the COVID period. So that is what they do. In terms of the growth story, okay, how come I didn't compare the income? Okay, so I missed that one. Okay, but anyway, we can check it. Oh, okay. They don't have they don't have the quarterly numbers. Now, in terms of growth story, this is the one that actually get me quite excited. Now, you can see number one, their revenue for China business has actually go up. So this is what happened. Their China hospital only opened recently. If I'm not wrong, Chongqing is 2020, Beijing is also about that time. Then Shanghai opened in 2021. It's actually very recent. So just started off. And it seems to me that is starting to gain traction now. Okay, the revenue has gone up. Now, the other thing that actually interests me here is this. Okay, Singapore, you can see the assets. Okay, the assets is about 686 million. And they are generating about 660 million in terms of revenue. So you can think of it this way. For $1 of asset in Singapore is generating $1 of revenue. About there. Okay, can you see? But now for China, they have actually invested about how much? 400 million worth of asset. And it's only giving about 40 million. So in that sense, for every $1 in China, it's only giving you 10 cents of revenue. So the argument I have here is this. If obviously now the China hospital is still on the growth phase, they just started. It's definitely have a lot of rooms to grow. So the point I want to put as is this: if let's say, for example, they are able to grow to the point something similar to Singapore, that means this revenue got chance to increase by 10 times. If I use the same logic. Okay, if you understand what I was talking about over the past 5 minutes, so I just put a 1. If you have any questions, please put a 0. That's how I try to argue why I think that China can be quite interesting. Okay, thank you. So of course, this is an assumption now. Whether can they really bring this up 10 times so that, you know, revenue per asset is about $1. Okay, now it's only about 10 cents. That one is anybody's guess. But if you ask me, I am willing to place the bet. I'm not willing to place the bet. That means what chance the revenue go up by 10 times in China. So that is my growth story. Okay, so the other part here is this, as per what I mentioned just now, one thing that make them very happy is the border reopening, as I mentioned. So the Vietnam, Cambodia, okay, the people are starting to come in, and they do a lot of medical medical tourism perspective. Okay, some question like that means SG base is much more profitable than China. Okay, so again, Yang Hong, so what happened here is this, the China hospital just started. Singapore has been there for the longest time. So basically, Singapore is very mature already. Very mature already. So the China one, you actually need to give them some time to hit that kind of maturity. That period can be 5 years, 10 years. So definitely it have not hit the potential yet. Okay. Oh, Sukiat, I don't think China do medical tourism. I'm not too sure here. Anyone can help me? I mean, I haven't heard anyone say that, oh, they actually want to have a treatment, they go to China. Okay, I don't think so. Okay, but Singapore is well known for medical tourism. So let's say Southeast Asia is, if someone wants to have some premium healthcare, usually Singapore is one of the choice. Asking because yes, definitely. Also a big business for Singapore, definitely. So growth potential in China will be a different approach. Oh, so of course the one in China is to serve the Chinese. The hospitals in China is to like a private hospital in, for the Chinese. Okay. I don't think that the Raffles Hospital in China is for foreigners. The Raffles Hospital in China is actually for the Chinese. And of course, there will be enough rich Chinese to use their services. I was told that now China, this thing very popular is that they call it the 月子医院. That means it's for the confinement, the hotel for the confinement ladies. And it's crazy. I can't remember the numbers. Is like 1 month is, I don't know, 20,000 Sing or something like that. Very crazy numbers. Okay, anyone want to make a comment? Is it? Okay, but of course I can be wrong. I'm not into, I'm not a doctor. Okay, but this is the growth story I have identified. Okay, did someone, okay. Okay, yeah, I actually put the numbers here in terms of the income profile. You can see the 6 months, the number went up, revenue went up. Oh, thank you so much, Gang Hong. They go to Taiwan for medical tourism. Thank you so much. Okay, so if I just compare the latest numbers, the revenue actually go up. Revenue actually go up. But then, okay, this one I will not. I will have to take it with a pinch of salt now, because what happened here is this. Okay, they have made a bit of money from the COVID. Because COVID, for the vaccination, for the testing, they are one of the operations. They actually do the vaccination and testing, and they made a little bit of money out from there. So I wouldn't say that this revenue is okay. I'll put it this way. I think that this revenue increase is one-off. Or you look at it from an annual perspective, 568 to 723. It's not because that suddenly their business do well. I think it's just one-off. Okay, because of what? Because of the vaccination and testing. So how does it matter? Maybe I just share with you. Okay, how does it influence? So when I did my DCF, when I did my DCF, I actually have to forecast revenue. So generally speaking, usually I just forecast from the previous number. Okay, so let's say, for example, 2022, I think would be like 3% or 4% from 2021. Okay, but now what I did here is this: instead of putting 723, I actually bring it down to 600. Okay, I bring down to 600. So when I actually forecast the revenue is more conservative. And why 600 is actually because if you can see, yeah, I actually sort of minus away that portion, the increase in the in the healthcare portion. Also, that's how I actually that's how that actually I impact. Or basically put it this way, when I actually do my DCF calculation, I already taken out that likely one-off increase because of the COVID vaccination testing. Six tests, all pass. Profit faster, profit margin more than 5, current ratio more than 1, debt equity less than 2, interest cover more than 3. Okay, all pass. Valuation, current price 113, and DCF value 138. 10% discount 124. And this DCF value, let's see, I am just using the growth rate of 5%. That means it's actually very conservative. Okay. If let's say, for example, I think that the China profit can go 10 times. Okay, the profit profit can go 10 times. That means my revenue can go by another maybe 500,000. Okay, easily I can actually put here as 10%. And yeah, the DCF value can be 158. So if I use a very conservative figures, that means not even considering the China growth, currently now the fair value using my DCF is already 138,124, which is actually still undervalued now the stock. And if I consider it, it's even going to be way undervalued. So this is the story I have for Raffles Medical.